gon' make it. Pop said if you want something, gotta go get it, go take it. Move around these whole niggas, these broke niggas that's flaky. Align yourself with go-getters, avoid niggas that's snaky. Put my life up on these beats, put my life up on these sheets. If you heard where I come from, lose your life up on these streets. That's why I'ma be the greatest, ain't no debate. Ain't too much time in this short life, so it ain't no hesitate. Label me a killer, shut down gorilla. Cross me, it's a scary sight, and I ain't talking thriller. This is what I grind for, putting all my time for. Shot ride with a bitch, and you still see it through the blindfold. Flying through different time zones, even still my mind blown. Still see that little boy from the west side of the shot homes, writing things that's sacred, dreaming he gon' make it. It's time to make them come true, cause it's all for the take. I want the crown, I hold the fight. Can't nothing stop me, just like Kanye through the white. I want it now, ain't no denying. I'ma go hard till King Kong ain't got it. Told you niggas I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. I hope you ready, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. And can't nothing stop me, I'm here.
Well. What do we have here? What do we have here? That's what I wanted to get to in the first place, in the long run, and for a while. Because of the events that has been partaken along the way, there has been stops in the talks about the whole total WNBA. Thank you, Courtney Vanderhoot, Sloot, or whatever his name. I mean, their name is. But anyway, this is what I wanted to bring to you guys all along and talk about the game that we all love and what we here for. What we here for is to talk about the whole entire WNBA and how we love this game just like anything else that goes on in the WNBA. I have to bring it to the forefront. So welcome to the Gingerbread Man Show. This is Steady Serving Sports ENT, an extension of Simply Ball Dropping Podcast with my main man, K-Sap. Good morning. What's up, K-Sap? What's going on? Shout out to the Full Court Trio. Shout out to the Players Club. Listen, man, this morning, I want to welcome you to basketball, y'all. Welcome. What's going on, Troy Hall? What's going on, man? How y'all doing? Good morning. Come on in. If you come on in, we're going to be talking about today the new era. That's right. The new WNBA after the CBA. You know what I mean? What teams look like. Indiana, you know what I'm saying, gets all 44 on TV. No team. You know what I mean? No team look like Indiana right now. Indiana is winning. You know what I mean? Indiana is winning. They have the full backing. Listen, y'all already know that they are all in on Indiana being champions and getting this girl a championship. You know what I mean? They are all in, you know what I mean, with this girl getting Caitlin Clark, getting a championship. Kathy Engelberg put all of the chips and laid it all across and put it on all 44 games with the Indiana Fever playing, okay? So, you know what I mean? All of that other stuff about Asia Wilson and what we saying about Angel and Big Four coming to the thing, and you got Paige up in here, and then AZ then came in the game, and then Lauren Betts then came to Washington Mystics along with Kiki Efren and Sonia Citron. You know what I'm saying? We got so many different stars and superstars across the WNBA. It is mad crazy on how they continue to put one team first. And I don't know how it would survive with just one team being pushed. You understand? One team being pushed is not a winning type of aspect. All the teams push and push your product because, you know, me being the salesman that I am, I don't just sell my shea butter. I have shea butter. I have actual essential oils. I have black soap. I have body soap. I have sea moss soap. I have sea moss. I have moringa root. I got, you know what I'm saying? I got the sour sap. I got different articles that I go into a beauty supply, beauty supplies, beauty salon, a barber shop, or nail shop. I have different items that I sell. Now, what sells the most would be the shea butter, of course, right? Because everybody likes to be moisturized, smell good, and also things of healing. And then that's my main thing that I sell. So the product of the WNBA is what we now know and understand. Everyone has to understand that Caitlin Clark is the product. I don't care what we trying to talk about. I don't care what it is. Everyone has to understand that Caitlin Clark is the product. What's good morning, Noah? I see you, nephew Troy. I see you, brother Dennis. Caitlin Clark is the product, and you guys got to understand that Caitlin Clark. It says, "I'm happy for Zia Cook because she has a chance to be the starting point guard of Seattle." I know, my baby Bop. I told y'all. I put y'all. Hey, look, Zia is the shiznut. You got what I'm saying? She is the shiznut. You know what I'm saying? Zia Cook is a mean girl, but I'm doing a full thing on Zia too. But listen, this is what I want to tell y'all. The new era of basketball is here. It started 2 years ago with Caitlin Clark and, of course, Angel Reese, but that experiment failed. You know why that experiment failed? The experiment failed because Chicago Sky, what's up, PG? Chicago Sky, Jeff Pagliosha could not get it together while Angel Reese was here in Chicago. Jeff Pagliosha did not be able to put together, along with Teaspoon, but did not be able to put together a winning team around Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso. The second year, Jeff Pagliosha had all of that to himself. Tyler Marsh, I don't know how much involvement he had just came in. He sat and watched Jeff Pagliosha do a debacle of bringing people to Chicago and putting them, these people, these secondhand, these people that, you know, are babysitters and, you know, some of them are housekeepers and, you know, some of the ones that's supposed to, you know, actually, you know what I mean, was supposed to lead a team. We didn't have those people here. Yeah, we didn't get those people. Good morning, MD. What's going on? What's going on? We didn't get those people to come to Chicago in Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso's second year, as they lied and said that they would be the cornerstones of Chicago and they were going to build around them. They did not do that. Not with the debacle that they brought in with Kia Nurse and Rebecca Allen and, you know, all of the secondhand players. We got the ones that sit deep on the bench. We got those players here in Chicago for whatever reason that Jeff Pagliosha was trying to bet his, you know what I mean, put his money on the bet that he can build a team without no help. And what we got was failure. Good morning, my brother Brian. We got failure in 2 years of Angel Reese's career, 2 years of Camila Cardoso's career, and it did not happen. And what the WNBA were hoping for, what the WNBA was hoping for was a continuous rivalry with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and Jeff Pagliosha put together a team that Indiana and Chicago will be going at it forever. But no, we are not smart here. We're not smart at all here in Chicago at all. Because the Chicago Sky not only had its failures in trying to bring together and put together a team around Camilla and Angel, he had failure even in the front office on how he can treat people and deliver a product for that the national television can even see. Because getting blown out by 30, you can't put that on TV. We saw that on TV. You know, we saw that type of activity on television, and nobody, I mean, completely will turn the television off and say, what the hell is going on here? You know what I mean? What is it that he don't understand that this team is trash? So after the failure of Kathy Engelberg trying to get that rivalry offset with the trust of Jeff Pagliosha, putting together a team that can actually go head to head with the Indiana Fever, Chicago Sky also lost its viewership. Because the lights was too bright here in Chicago. The lights was too bright, and the Fry guy, Jeff Pagliosha, the Pink Panther could not handle the call of the day. The Pink Panther could not understand that you have to put together a product that's going to win. And he just couldn't do that. So now on to the next one. We have now a situation where the CBA has been settled. Everything has taken place. And now, my family, you have a big Ferris wheel rollout of different people going different places and the superstars moving around. And, you know, most of them, you know, the big mega stars, they stayed in their places. But, you know, you have a situation where you got new teams now. It's a new era now. It's new players now. The youngins is here. The youngins is here if you like it or not. And the old guard is standing up against the youngins. And then I will say, you know, it's jealousy in the midst of the youngins. But you got that in anything, you know what I mean? Because you got the older players saying, hey, wait a minute. I've been here. I'm here. You know, I'm right here. I'm here, you know, and you got the younger players coming in with millions of followers and bringing the crowd with them. You understand? So, you know, you have you have the 30th year in transition. The 30th year is in transition, and everybody has to grasp on to what is going on now. Because Kathy Engelberg, I'm telling you guys that Kathy Engelberg is set on and have all 44 games being highlighted in Indianapolis. And we all just need to settle down and understand that she's pushing a product. If you like it or not, she's pushing and she's bought all in this. And then, of course, you know, the MAGAs, they love they love the way that it's rolled out and everything like that, you know, and it feels like a victory to them. But all we want to do, those people that watch basketball, all we want to do is just see basketball and see, you know what I mean, it in its entirety. But we're going to go over it, chat. It says WNBA finally embraces Caitlin Clark stardom with the unprecedented national TV schedule. The WNBA announces a 44 regular season Fever game will air across ESPN, ABC, CBS, NBC, and more in 2026. What's up, Loose Ball? It says, though the mean girls and the race idolaters don't like it, Caitlin Clark is more valuable to her respective sport than any other American athlete is to theirs. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Though the mean girls and the race adulterers don't like it, Caitlin Clark is more valuable to her respective sport than any other American athlete is to theirs. On Wednesday, the league announced the Indiana Fever will become the first team in WNBA history to have all 44 regular season games aired nationally. Each of the league broadcast partners will carry at least one Fever game. US 9, Prime Video 8, Ion 7, ESPN 6, ABC 4, CBS 4, Peacock 3, NBC 2, and the NBA TV 1. So, to go further, the WNBA is wise to finally acknowledge Clark's star power. For most of her first 2 seasons, the league treated her like just another player, sticking her on the back of posters and leaving her out of promos. But she is not just another player. The league saw firsthand how quickly its popularity dipped last year when Clark missed time with multiple injuries, ultimately limiting her to just 13 games. Caitlin Clark is the WNBA what Tiger Woods was to golf, Michael Jordan to the NBA, and Conor McGregor and Ronda Rousey to the UFC. She's once in a generation box office draw. There go Angel Reese. Not Angel Reese, not the one that's in the movies. Not her. Not her, though. Not her. Not Angel, though, right? Not this girl. Not this girl. Oh. What made the league hesitation so baffling is that Clark rise lift everyone around her. The more popular she is, the more exposure her teammates and opponents receive. In fact, Angel Reese is only a household name because of Caitlin Clark. Even Dan Patrick, hardly a culture warrior, argued that point last year. Reese, her attention, her notoriety is based off of Caitlin Clark because she wins the national title. The first thing she does is mock Caitlin Clark. Do y'all see how psychotic this is? Do y'all see how psychotic this is? It's not that Angel Reese won the national title and beat the Iowa Hawkeyes and Caitlin Clark. They twisted it and said she got famous because she wins the national title of Caitlin Clark. No. Nobody was even checking. It got blown out of proportion because the president's wife wanted to bring both of those teams to the White House. If y'all remember. If y'all remember that. So REESE, her attention. It says REESE's attention. Her notoriety is based off of Caitlin Clark. Not because Angel Reese was the best player in the whole damn tournament. And she was the leader on her team. Not because Angel was leading her team in rebounds and scoring. Not because of that. Not because Angel Reese was putting people in the mixer. Not because of that. Not because Angel Reese was the top player in the national championship. Not because of that. But based off of Caitlin Clark, because she wins the national title, the first thing she does is mock Caitlin Clark. See, this is what these white folks think. I can't make it up, loose ball. I mean, I know you. Hey, I love you, boy, but listen. These your people. These your people. I mean, I can't. Hey, they writing this. I'm not writing this. They writing this. I'm not writing it. Patrick said on his radio show, and then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. She's made it personal with Caitlin Clark. Then she's played off of that. So Angel Reese's career is based off of Caitlin Clark's. Instead of both of them meeting, two Titans meeting in the middle, and Angel Reese beating Caitlin Clark, and Angel Reese cannot be celebrated. The black woman cannot be celebrated. She cannot be celebrated. She will not be celebrated with these people. Angel Reese will not be celebrated because she won a national title and beat Caitlin Clark. White folks was mad across the country that Angel Reese put her finger up and showed the ring finger and put her hand across her face like Caitlin Clark done to many, many opponents. And she also did it in the prior series with Raven Johnson, who she almost made Raven Johnson quit basketball with doing that type of thing. Do y'all understand? Do y'all understand? They spinning this thing to sell. And I get it, Kathy Engelberg. So Angel Reese gets hits pieces all over. Angel Reese gets hit pieces from everywhere. She ain't just getting it from Jeff Pagliosha. She getting it from her own team, let alone the whole fucking world. Angel Reese got to get this shit. This is a national article. This is a national article. She out working Caitlin Clark. She's in movies. She's in series. She's selling shoes out. Her shoes selling out each colorways. Different colorways selling out. Not just the shoe itself, the different colors. She's in Vogue, first one on the cover of Vogue twice. The Met Gala. The head on the council of the Met Gala now, on our second year. These people are irritating. These are the things that I'm just trying to tell you, loose ball, that these people do. They create chaos, the editors, the editorials, the people that puts it out about Caitlin Clark. They come and they put these things out. It says, so she's made it personal with Caitlin Clark. Then she played off of that. She played off of that. She went to the fucking worst team. She went to the worst team in the country. Angel Reese went to the worst team in the fucking country. The worst team. How could she be playing off of Caitlin Clark? And Angel Reese went to the worst team. And ever since Indiana got Caitlin Clark, they've been putting together legacy, legendary teams, all-stars, 4, 5 historians, people that's going to the Hall of Fame. And Tina Charles alone. Angel Reese had none of that around her for 2 straight years. See, but what it is that they're scared. They're scared. They're so scared that now she's at Atlanta. She's in Atlanta, and now she has a team. Angel has a team around her. They're so scared. Oh, trust me. They are afraid of the Atlanta Dream. They are afraid. Angel Reese, hands down, went to the worst team in the WNBA. The worst. The record said that they was the worst. Loose ball. I don't know what you talking about. The record showed that they was worse. 13 games. Then the next year, 10 games. Who had the worst team? Are you really arguing that? Are you really arguing that? That's not, I mean, that's a no-brainer. We don't even have to go far as that. You know that the Chicago Sky was the worst team in the WNBA with the Dallas Wings. Because Paige Beckers definitely went to the worst team in the WNBA. Also, Caitlin Clark didn't go to the worst team in the WNBA. Kelsey Mitchell was waiting. The best 2 guard in the country. Kelsey Mitchell was there and Aaliyah Boston was budding. Already had their core. Already had their core. And they have went to the playoffs both years. So who had the worst team? They went to the playoffs both years. And Angel had to deal with the bull jab that's going on and has been going on in Chicago with Jeff Pagliosha being a failure. Jeff Pagliosha being a failure of bringing the worst combinations around the country in basketball to the Chicago Sky. In 2 years of Angel Reese's career was put to the side, but you couldn't just put her down and put her on a failure team because Angel has done it all. Angel has done it all. You'll see her in movies. You're going to see her on Netflix again on the series. Go watch it. It's fine. The president. I do believe she was with Michelle Obama yesterday. I do believe. The president's wife. I do believe she was on the show. And I do believe that the president's wife said, we know that it's not by popular demand. They don't want no brown-skinned girl representing the best thing in the country. This is the last thing that they have, so let them hold on to it. The WNBA, what has been around a couple of decades, 3 decades, and people didn't notice the game. They noticed it now. Well, that's because Caitlin Clark, not Angel Reese, he concluded. Y'all see this? Angel got to take a hit piece. Why are they going after Angel? Why are they going after Angel? Why are they trying to put Angel down? Angel don't, if they were writing an article about Caitlin Clark, why are they arguing? Why they got Angel name in this article? If Angel did not matter, why is Angel Reese name in this shit? I tell you why. Because these white editors, these white people of these directive leagues, they cannot get it out their head that Angel Reese beat Caitlin Clark hands down and just leave it alone. We don't care. That was a game. That was 3 years ago. 2023. Leave it alone. Caitlin Clark team then went to the playoffs 2 years in a row. Angel Reese team ain't been nowhere. They still bothering Angel. They can't get her out of our mind. They can't get Angel out of their mind. It says, that said, some woman would be wise not to embarrass themselves under the bright lights that Clark brings. For example, Dejanay Carrington. Look at Dejanay. Dejanay ain't did nothing to this. And Kennedy Carter. Expose. See how they do it? These writers, they ignite. Kennedy Carter is minding her own business. She trying to get back into the NBA. I can't believe that this article came out today. I can't believe that they let these people print this. This is Fox. This is Fox. See, the difference is, loose ball. Let me tell you what the difference is. See, it's some things that people don't understand. And maybe you're one of the ones that don't understand. In the black nation, in the society, in black culture, we own nothing. We don't own any ships. We don't own any planes. We don't own, the airline where the planes at. We don't own none of those. We don't own the manufacturing companies. We don't own the trains, dispatches. The white people owns everything. We have been under siege in this country for 400 years and underprivileged, despised, dismined, and it continues to go on. And we like, man, all we want to do is just be left alone to do what we do. We don't want to be talked about bad. We don't want to. What you talking about? You get it. This is your history of what has happened and what you and your background comes from, of beating, mistreating, and disparaging black people. This is the history. 1000%. You're not going to get past it. You can't get past it. And this is another thing, but you guys get frustrated because we point out what you're doing. Hey, you can't do that no more. You can't do that. So you get frustrated. That it's a norm. It's something that you think that is supposed to happen. Instead of just a humanitarian part of it, it's just something that you think is normal. That's just, hey, it's just basketball. No. How you gonna tell that to somebody that's been hit in the head? Oh, is it? Seriously? Are you serious right now? So, back to business. The example of Dejanay Carrington and Kennedy Carter exposed themselves as bitter, unhinged, racially obsessed, cheap shot artists during Clark's rookie season. They targeted her with hard fouls in court and smears on social media. I can't make this up. There will be even more attention on the league this year because of the Fever's national schedule. It will be upon to the other women to grow the game beyond just Clark. We will see if they have composure and impulse to do so. You see that, man? Why? I mean, just why? Why? I mean, why would this article? We understand that it's Fox. We understand that it's Fox. And we all know that it's Fox. But I wanted to show that for example. I wanted to give you guys an example that came out today on Fox. Angel has not done nothing to these people. Why Angel REESE, Dejanay Carrington, and Kennedy Carter name is thrown in an article on Fox to push and promote Caitlin Clark as the best basketball player ever in the WNBA. So loose ball, maybe you used to being, things being whitewashed. That's what we call it. But fairness is a thing. Fairness is a thing. Fairness, is a thing with me. And to be fair, is easy to do. To be fair is very easy for me to do. You understand? To be fair. It's very easy. But everybody know, every single person know in the world, in the whole world, that A'ja Wilson is the best basketball player on earth. Everyone knows. See, but this is the thing, the irony of it. They don't care that she's the best basketball player on earth. They don't care that A'ja Wilson is better than Caitlin Clark. Because the next argument is how many people are watching. It's just sick. It's a sick thing to happen. When you know that A'ja Wilson, this woman right here, is the best basketball player on earth. And they disrespect A'ja Wilson. See, they never disrespected Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan really didn't give a F. You got what I'm saying? Michael Jordan was 10, they players up. Larry Bird said, man, the man was God. The man was God. Ain't nobody gonna tell me. And as much as Caitlin, see, these things Caitlin Clark has nothing to do with. It's unfair to Caitlin Clark because Caitlin Clark has nothing to do with that article. And it's not fair to Caitlin. And I'm not going to bash Caitlin, and I'm not going to talk bad about Caitlin because Caitlin had nothing to do about that article. She didn't write that article. She did not watch. She can't control what these people do. The only thing Caitlin Clark doing is playing basketball, y'all. But I just wanted to make a point on this show. A point on this show that this is the #1 basketball player in the world. She is the best basketball player in the world of all time. She has more awards on her than any basketball player that has played this game. This woman, and she's only 29. This woman right here is in a prime to play the greatest basketball forever. They're going to get tired of A'ja Wilson. They really want A'ja Wilson out of the way. But my GOAT gonna be here for a while. And she gonna continue to put basketball far away that said person is hard to catch. If they can give her the MVP, the scoring title, the defensive player of the year, the finals MVP, and the championship, all in one, if they could do it right now, they would do it. Just because, hey, this is the best, this is the betterment of the game. How sick can you be? How sick can you be? But my GOAT, as Brother Will say, our GOAT, my GOAT is the best basketball player of all time. And they disrespect her, and she's playing the game right now. This is why, chat, this is why I want the Aces to win again. This is why. See, that article, it didn't bother me about Angel. You know why? Because they're going to put Angel in it no matter what. See, some of the Angel people that are Reese's Pieces or whatever it is get caught up in that. You get caught up in that because there's so much going on and it's everything going on and it's a lot on Angel's head. But y'all think that the greatest basketball player is supposed to be overlooked by Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark? Stop it. Ain't no way. You can't tell me that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark right now in their game is better than A'ja Wilson. I don't care what you say. You don't know basketball then. You can't talk to me. Angel will get there one day. Caitlin might get there one day. But right now, today, I'm talking about right now, today, A'ja Wilson is the best basketball player on earth. Hands down. And if you don't like it, then you Lulu. You the one that's Lulu, not me. Because that woman has worked for whatever comes her way. And she did it the right way. The GOAT done it the right way. And she a classy person. And she a sweet person. And she's a nice person. She's a giving person. She don't talk bad about her crew. She's also taking pay cuts for other people on her team to get the money so that she can keep the nucleus together. A'ja Wilson did exactly what Michael Jordan done. For this to be happening and everybody trying to outshine A'ja Wilson, who is really the face of the WNBA. She is the face of the WNBA. She is the best player in the goddamn world. What is wrong with you people? What's wrong with you people? You don't think that she's the most disrespected? when people saying that Caitlin Clark is the best player? In the WNBA? A'ja Wilson, I will forever be indebted to you of bringing the WNBA to its glory and being the best player. And you took the shot last year to say, hey, I'm still here. What is y'all talking about? No matter what the ratings is of what they try to say, oh, people ain't watching. That's a lie. People watching. They wanted, they were interested. They watched the Fever without, they was watching the Fever without Caitlin Clark. The Clarkies was hoping, loose ball, you know this true because you're an Indiana Fever fan. The Clarkies was hoping that the Indiana Fever would lose in the first round to prove that Caitlin Clark was the best player on the planet on that team. But they didn't. And they were upset that the Indiana Fever went as far as they went, and they could have been playing in the finals had they beat the Aces. Says, yeah, the ratings actually went up. Oh, yeah. So, which we know that. But I just want to push everybody's button. Pause on that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark shit. Pause. 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 Don't get it twisted. I am a Baby Goat fan. I'm going to forever have the Baby Goat back. She on my wall. Y'all see her on my wall. But pause. Don't act like the GOAT ain't in the game. It ain't nobody said on our side. See, that's the thing about it all. That's the thing about it all. The Angel Reese fans, most of us have a perspective in our mind and knowing that A'ja Wilson is the GOAT. Most of us that support the Baby GOAT. I mean, that's just the extreme fans that disrespect A'ja Wilson. The extreme ones, like, oh, she ain't, wait till Angel get herself together. No, Angel is not there right now. Okay? Right now. Get your shit together. Get your mind together. Call it back. Because we not going to disrespect the GOAT. Call it back. So, I get triggered, y'all. When that type of stuff be going down, I get a little triggered. So we going to go on and talk about the WNBA teams. We're not going to get into debating today. Today, we're going to talk about the WNBA teams and what it means and who goes where. The WNBA teams right now, it looks so litty in the whole WNBA. WNBA teams look so good that I know that this year is going to be a great year, and they have already started. Talking who's going to be what. So it was a ranking of the WNBA offseason free agency that happened. But I don't give a damn about who get mad about me saying A'ja Wilson is the best player of all time. I don't give a damn about none of that. I care less about that because that means you can't handle the truth. You want your mommy and daddy to be lying to you and shit. I don't know. I ain't gonna do that with my children. I'm gonna tell them the truth. If it hurt their feelings or not, I'm gonna tell them the truth and I'm gonna let it go. So the ranking of every WNBA team goes like this. The ranking, everybody should know that they are pushing for Caitlin and the Fever to win the championship this year. Nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with a team trying to get better in a team. Hey, if a franchise do their business and go and get the best players in the world to come on their team, shit, there ain't nothing wrong with that. They supposed to load up because they gotta they gotta see Angel Wilson too. They gotta see Breanna Stewart too. You got what I'm saying? Okay. During this WNBA offseason and its protracted labor negotiations, teams had plenty of time to think about moves, but a very compressed period in which to make them. There were over 100 free agents, 2 new franchises assembling their personal for the first time, and teams that are their era is very different stages of development. The expansion draft, free agency, and collegiate draft were held in a 10-day period. So, how did the 15 WNBA franchises do with their offseason moves, including the draft? We ranked them in 4 tiers. For example, teams such as the Las Vegas Aces, 2022, 2023, and 2025 WNBA titles. Did y'all hear that? To all my Caitlin Clark fans. 2022, 2023, and 2025 WNBA titles. And New York Liberty, the 2024 title, still have their championship core. Their offseason goals were most about maintaining personal, not adding. Other franchises such as Dallas Wings and Chicago Sky, who both missed the playoffs the past 2 years, were seeking important changes in hope of getting back into the postseason. And the teams such as Phoenix Mercury have a lot of their core back that reached the WNBA Finals but lost the All-Star in Satu Sabally. Did they do enough in the offseason to maintain their success in 2026? Well, we'll have a much better idea of how all these moves are working after the season tips off May 8th. But for now, we evaluate how the WNBA's franchise navigated the offseason. Okay, they got Las Vegas Aces, number 1. Why do they have Las Vegas number 1? Well, Las Vegas is number 1 because it says the most intriguing additions was Kennedy Carter and forward center Breanna Turner. For Kia Stokes, Breanna Turner, Kia Stokes, they about the same, you know what I mean? Kia Stokes younger, but you know what I mean? The production, and it says the Aces won their championship in the 4 seasons in 2025. The title run did look like the earlier 2 titles because they struggled during the first part of the season, but it ended up the WNBA final sweep. 8 players returned, led by a core of 4-time MVP, 4-time MVP, 4-time MVP center A'ja Wilson, and guards Jackie Young, Chelsea Gray, and Jewel Lloyd. Wilson and Young are back-to-back number 1 picks who spent their entire WNBA careers with the Aces. Keeping the group together was the most important thing the Aces could have done in the offseason. Carter's talent, especially as a scorer who can get her own shot, is established. But she has had chemistry issues with her previous WNBA teams and didn't play in the league last year. With the strong veteran core, which now include Turner, the Aces might believe that they can make things work well with Carter. Kennedy Carter with this team, y'all. Oh my goodness. Kennedy Carter with this team. Lord have mercy on the rest of the league. New York Liberty as number 2. Satou Sabally was the great, intriguing addition for the New York Liberty. They are big. Adding Satou Sabally to this right here, Lord have mercy. The biggest losses was Natasha Cloud and Kennedy Burke. But they ain't really lose Natasha Cloud because Natasha Cloud, what's up? What's going on? I see you, Hog Boss. I see you in here, Eagle. MSL, I see you. I see you. I see you, brother. I'm trying to get done with the show. I got to get up out of here. New York Liberty. Much like the Aces, the Liberty priority was keeping its core group in free agency. They did that by re-signing center Jacquel Jones, forward Breanna Stewart, and guard Sabrina Ionescu. They also had the return of the guard forward Benaje Lady Hamilton. Y'all know I'm crazy about her, who was injured last season but played a big role in New York 2024 championship. The 6'4" Sabally was the number 2 pick behind Ionescu in 2020 draft. And now the former Oregon teammates will be reunited. Sabally has averaged 15.9 points and 6.7 rebounds in their 6 seasons. She spent 5 years in Dallas and last season in Phoenix. Cloud and Burke combined the average of 18.2 points and 6.4 assists last season. Sabally should make up for much of that scoring loss, and New York might see its point guard situation as a committee. Burke left for Connecticut, and Cloud has not yet signed with a WNBA team. God damn, that's embarrassing. Anyway, Atlanta is picked the number 3. I wonder why. Most intriguing addition, Angel Reese and Medina Olcott. The Gamecocks is in the building. The biggest losses, Brittany Griner. Yes, not really. Anyway, the Dream set their franchise record with 30 victories in 2025 and held on to their players from that squad. Guards Alicia Gray, Ryan Howard, Jordan Canada, and post player Nas Hillman and Breanna Jones. It made sense to part ways with Griner, who spent last season in Atlanta after 11 years in Phoenix. Atlanta was already an excellent rebounding team and was able to land Reese, the top rebounder in the league, from Chicago in a trade from the draft, from future draft picks. The 6'6" Olcott is a rookie who will need work, but she was a good selection for the Dream at number 13 in the draft. The timing of Jones' season debut is uncertain due to knee surgery, so Olcott might get some of those minutes. Of course she is. Number 4, Indiana Fever. The most intriguing additions is Monique Billings, Maisha Hines-Allen, Tyesha Harris, and Raven Johnson. Man, they beefed up. I don't know. They beefed up. The losses, big losses, is Natasha Howard. The Fever locked up a 2023 number 1 pick, Aaliyah Boston, their top post player, and a new 4-year deal, and kept franchise stalwart Kelsey Mitchell, the shooting guard who led them in scoring last season on the 1-year contract. She led them the season before. She led them the season before that. Hey, Sister Felicia. Hey, Miss D. How y'all doing? Come on in and hit the like button. It says the guards, Lexi Hall and Sophie Cunningham, also are back. The guards, Caitlin Clark, who is still on her rookie contract, returns as a missing all of but 13 games last season with the injury. Missing 13 games. Anyway, which all those familiar faces, the Fever weren't looking at to add another player with the superstar stats, but with Howard's departure, they needed dependable veterans, post players who are known for adaptability, which led to signing Billings and Hines Allen. Veteran Harris and rookie Johnson, number 10 draft, could provide backup at point guard to Clark and our strong defenders. Phoenix Mercury, they got them at number 5, chat. Maggie Dugan is the intriguing addition. The biggest loss was Satu Sabli. The Mercury retained 5 of their top 6 scorers from last season, from Alicia Thomas, guard Kalia Copper, and forward Dewana Bonner, shoot what she wanna, Sammy Wickham, Monique McConney, but Satu Sabli, their leading scorer in 2025, who moved on to New York, was not replaced in free agency, a trade, or draft. Phoenix is counting on a little bit more production from the returning post player Natasha Mack and Catherine Westbelt, and for a couple of new faces to step forward in camp. The Mercury brought in a mix of undrafted rookies, players from the overseas, and players who have some WNBA experience but have stuck with the team. That's why naming their most intriguing pickup was the hardest. The real answer at this point is probably closer to who knows yet. We went in with Dugan, wasn't drafted but had an outstanding career at Richmond. The Mercury 2026 draft selections are European teenagers who are drafted to stash picks and won't be playing in the WNBA this season. I would never get that, chat. Jeff P. had drafted Sifka, wasted a draft pick, and could have got the Pow would have been on Chicago Sky. But I'm glad Pow is over there at the Dream. Anyway, Los Angeles Sparks. They got the Sparks as number 6, chat. They got the Sparks. The Los Angeles Sparks is number 6. It says Nneka Ogwumike, Ariel Atkins, and Tanaya Latson is the most intriguing additions. The biggest loss was Rikia Jackson and Azare Stevens. The Sparks retained their top 2 scorers, guard Kelsey Plum and forward Derek Hamby. They are banking on improvement and a healthy full season from forward Cameron Brink, the number 2 pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, who has been limited to 34 games over the 2 seasons because of a knee injury. They signed the familiar face in forward Ogwumike, a future Hall of Famer who was Los Angeles number 1 pick in 2012 and spent 12 years in the Sparks before playing the past 2 seasons in Seattle. Plus, they took a bit of a risk obtaining Atkins in the trade that sent Jackson, a 25-year-old who was the number 4 pick in the 2024 draft, to Chicago. I'm so glad they did. We fleeced that one. They got fleeced on that. They got bum ass Ariel Atkins for Rikia All-Star Jackson. God damn. How did you do that? I don't fucking know. Anyway, Atkins has the more impressive resume. She has won a WNBA title and Olympic gold medal and is 5-time WNBA All-Defensive Selection, but will turn 30 in July. The Sparks clearly a banking the Sparks clearly are banking on an older group. Wnba 35, Wnba 32, Plum 31, and to end the 5-season playoff drought in youth front, Los Angeles might have gotten a steal with the rookie Latson as the second-round pick. Yes, they did get a steal with Tanaya Latson. Don't say they may have. They got a steal with Tanaya. No shit. But Wnba is 35, y'all. Wnba 32. And Kelsey Plum just turned 31. She in the peak of her. You know what I mean? She in the peak. Kelsey and Wnba, they, you know what I mean? They still got like 4-5 years left before any decrease in their game. But maybe not, because Skylar Diggins ain't had no decrease. So Skylar Diggins been having an increase. She been balling out, especially that situation that happened to her in Phoenix. Skylar Diggins like, this what y'all lost. This right here. This what y'all lost. I'm going to show y'all something. Anyway, most intriguing additions to the Golden State Valkyries was Gabby Williams. That was a big, listen, chat. Gabby Williams coming over to the Valkyries was a big thing, y'all. With Tammy Faye Bentley, it says the Valkyries made the playoffs and outbid external projections in the intriguing season last year. The WNBA was a big success with their results and attendance, and they returned 7 of their top 8 scores for 2025 and led forward Kayla Thornton and Veronica Burton, adding Williams, who played the past 4 seasons in Seattle, and center Kia Stokes that came over from the Las Vegas Aces, y'all, whose previous 10 seasons were split between New York and Las Vegas, moves to shore up the defense. Williams also can add some scoring pop. The Valkyries didn't add any star power names in free agency or the draft. They chose LSU guard Flajay Johnson, who has a piece of pizzazz in the draft, but previously had already agreed to trade her to Seattle for the following rookie, Marta Suarez. But the lack of so-called marquee names likely won't matter as long as Golden State is contending. Yeah, they got Golden State as number 7, chat. How did they do that? I don't know how they do. How did an expansion team, wait, a team that existed for 20 fucking years, how did an expansion team automatically be number 7? Jeff P., you a fucking bum. Connecticut, we know how Connecticut is. We know how bad the franchise is. We knew that Connecticut, it was a problem over there. Connecticut, intriguing additions was Brittany Griner and Kennedy Burke from New York. So Kennedy Burke took the money. It says the biggest losses, Marina Mabry and Tina Charles. At the glance, it might appear that the Suns are in the wrong category. They got the Connecticut Suns as number 8, y'all. They think that the Connecticut Suns gonna be the number 18. That's what they believe. I don't know. It says at a glance, it might appear that the Suns are in the wrong category. The other 3 teams in this group are all hoping they've done enough to be contenders. The Suns, who went 11 of 33 last season, are mostly young and not expected to contend in 2026. But the offseason goal for the Suns was doing enough to position them for the 2027 move to Houston. There's no sugarcoating how difficult this is for Connecticut fans. How loyal can they be to a team that will be in Texas next year? So You know, Lily Lucan, Sanaya Rivers, Neil Agma, and Gianna Ninkins are the youngest who are all 23 or younger. I don't know, Chat. They got that. I don't see Connecticut as being the number 18. I just can't see it. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, thank you, brother. Big dog. Thank you, brother. You know I love you and appreciate you, man. Big dog. Shout out to Big Dog, my brother from another mother. He got a great show. Go over there. Y'all go over there and subscribe, man. Straight up. Hey, I appreciate you. Hey, shout out to my man Big Dog Sports. Go over there and check it out. If you can't.
I'm a bread maker. We got that rap van rolling on them dubs. You can catch us later while we ballin' in the club. We them bread makers, we them bread makers, we them bread makers, we them bread makers. Trust me in the club, spinning them ends, smelling like ginger man oil in my bins. Drop top down and I'm rolling two friends. Bread making everywhere, starting new trends. Look at baby girl, she looks so good. She say she want a hustler, represent the hood. Knots in my pocket make peace say You can't touch me even if you dream that you could. I'm so fresh. Yes, I'm fly. I got that money, yeah, man. I'm the guy. Shutting me down, no, use a lie. Ginger man, top bread, liquor in the shy. We got the rap van rolling on them dubs. You can catch us later while we ballin' in the club. Yeah, we them bread makers. We them bread makers.
We them bread makers. Hey, shout out to my main man. He says gifted one steady servant to 39 sports. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gifted. That's love, brother. That's love. We are here to talk about basketball. We are here to talk about basketball, and that's what I want to do on this channel. Is to talk about basketball. But I don't see the Connecticut Sun. I don't see that, y'all. I don't know. Maybe y'all could tell me about that. Number 9. They got the Dallas Wings. Listen, they got the Connecticut Sun ahead of the Chicago Sky. I don't see that, though. I'm just honestly, listen. Now, Dallas Wings, I could have seen them putting Dallas Wings at number 8. To be honest with you, I could have seen them putting Dallas Wings at number 8 and the Chicago Sky at number 9. But I think the Chicago Sky going to surprise a lot of people. Even though the hate is there, Chicago Sky really going to surprise some people. I think they're going to do really, really well. Rickea Jackson get to be her. Like her. They ain't her. So, Dallas Wings, though. The most intriguing addition was Alana Smith, Jessica Shepard, and AZ Fudd. The biggest loss was Dejanay Carrington, but Dejanay was already gone last year. She got traded, so they shouldn't even be putting Dejanay Carrington as a loss because they traded Dejanay during the middle of the season. Well, anyway, after they might as well have Alyssa Smith there. I don't know who thought of that. It says after the WNBA. Hey T Camilla, hi my baby. After making the WNBA semifinals in 2023. The Wings were a combined 19-65 the past 2 seasons. The good of that is that they got consecutive number 1 draft picks in UConn products. Paige Beckers in 2025 and AZ Fudd this year. Guards Beckers and Enrique Gumawale and forward Maddie Segrist. Y'all know I love Maddie Segrist. Y'all already know. I know a lot of people like, bro, Claude, what is your thing with Maddie? Maddie Segrist is a dog. I like Maddie Segrist. And I believe that Maddie Westbelt is a similar player, just like Maddie Segrist. Maddie Westbelt is a similar player. I just do. I mean, I really do. I like everything about Maddie Segrist. Seriously, everything. She tough. She'll play defense. She got a J. She'll shoot the three. Maddie Segrist is like a bucket to me. I don't know. A lot of people sleeping on Maddie Segrist and whatever. You said, did you hear about South Carolina? No, I didn't. I didn't hear about it, brother. Send it to me. Send it to me. Send it to me. I did not hear about what happened in South Carolina. Dang, Big O, she got made South Carolina a problem. I know Jersey already going there though. So South Carolina is intact. South Carolina is intact. And then you got Chloe Kitts coming back too. South Carolina gonna be a problem no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Who can guard Tessa? This back. Who can guard Tessa? She coming back. So ain't nobody, hey man, we know we in, hey, Gamecock Nation, we here. Gamecock Nation in here. Anyway. In the offseason speculation, Wnba named up frequently as the big agent, possibly on the move. But the Wings gave her the core destination. She signed a 2-year deal to stay. Beckers, Wnba, and Fudd could form a lethal backcourt. Wnba. Smith, Shepard are free agent signees who were with Minnesota last year and should do a lot of evaluating in Dallas inside game. So I could see Dallas as number 8, but they got number 10 is they got Chicago Sky. Most intriguing additions: Rickea Jackson, Skylar Diggins, and Azurá Stevens. Deja Canton is still out. Biggest losses: Angel Reese and Ariel Atkins. No, Angel Reese, period. The Sky disappointed a large chunk of their fan base by trading Angel Reese to Atlanta for the first-round draft picks in 2027 and 2028. But considering how sour it seems the relationship between Reese and the Chicago front office became last season, the Skies likely had a little choice. What could help win back fans are additions such as Diggins, Jackson, Stevens, and Carrington. Diggins is from nearby South Bend, Indiana, and is one of the all-time greats from Notre Dame. She's 35, but her fitness is superb. And she's still one of the league's best point guards. Jackson is 25 and potentially a rising star. Stevens is 30, played 3 years previously for the Sky, and is coming off the best season of her career last season with the Los Angeles Sparks. Carrington, 28, is a top defensive player who could use a fresh start after spending the last season at Dallas and then Minnesota. Gabrielle Janquez, the number 5 draft pick, also has a chance to endear herself in the Windy City fans with her heart and hustle. Number 11, they got the Mystics. I can't get used to this, y'all. They got the Mystics at 11, Olivia Miles, Natasha Howard, and Nia Coffey. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Olivia Miles there, and Natasha Howard and Nia Coffey. I don't know. But the biggest losses: Alana Smith, Jessica Shevik, Bridget Carlton, and Letitia Hageman all left the Lynx. The Lynx confirmed Tuesday that the superstar forward Nafisa Kayo will be sidelined until at least June after ankle surgery in March 2024. The 4 existing players listed above, all whom saw a lot of playing time last season, have moved on either a free agent or or because of the expansion draft. The only 2025 returning Lynx starter are guards Courtney Williams and Kayla McBride. Damn. Washington Mystics, number 12. Lauren Betts, Angela Dukelich, and Cody McMahon was the addition. More and more with Washington just getting better and better and better. Chicago just giving them, take all these guards. Take the number 1 picks. Get everything. Jeff P. just sell a farm, Jeff. Sell a farm, Jeff. Yeah. Anyway, the biggest loss was Sug Sutton. The Mystics, y'all already know. I ain't got to really talk about the Mystics, but like the Dallas and Chicago, the Mystics have missed the playoffs for the past 2 seasons. To be fair, a key part of their new direction in 2026 is held over from last year, and they re-signed center Shakira Austin and still have 2 2025 lottery picks. Guards Sonia Citron and Kiki Efren in the second year of their rookie deals. But overall, the Mystics are going full on with the youth movement. Most of their players are rookies. But overall, the Mystics are going full on with the youth movement. Most of their players are rookies and have 1 year of experience. The only vets are Austin, who is in her 5th season, and free agent signee Michaela Alawede in her 6th season, which was Michaela Alawede was the rookie of the year in her, 6 years ago. Washington had the most picks, 6 in the WNBA draft this season, and at least 3 of whom first-round Betts, Dukelich, and Cody McMahon are expected to make the team. Then added a 2025's number 6 pick, Georgia A. Moore, who is ready to make her debut after missing last season with a knee injury. Sutton started 43 games for the Mystics last season, but realistically, none of the departures from 2025 roster are significant losses. It's full speed ahead for the younger generation. They are young and turned on Washington. Young and turned. They young and turned, y'all. 13, Seattle Storm. Our fam and Fly J. Johnson was the pickup. The biggest losses was Nneka Ogwumike, Skylar Diggins, Brittany Sykes, Gabby Williams, and Erica Wheeler. All of the veterans left that team and left it totally blank on the shelf. The departed mentioned above were the Storm top 5 scorers. The leaves, one starter forward, center Ezzy McElmore, likely out at least 6 weeks with a foot injury. And on top of reserve center Dominique Malunga, back to 2026, the Storm are in rebuilding mode with a new coach. The reality is we might not truly know the direction that the Storm are going until we see what the roster looks like next season. But for 2026, the rookies, Fam and Johnson, should be fun for fans to watch develop and see them develop. It sounds a bit bleak. Maybe the Storm will surprise us. I mean, everybody left Dominique Malunga. I don't know how Dominique would feel. I mean, like, everybody. Like, they left the youngin. Like, nobody stayed with Dominique Malunga. Nobody. You know what I mean? They got the I mean, god damn. I mean, that talk about a shell shock, y'all. Dominique Malunga went into the playoffs her first season, and then this type of thing. What's up, Michael White? Where you been, boy? Dominique Malunga going under this type of thing. Man, that's like a shell shock, chat, by Dominique winning, of course, and having Skylar there and having all of the greatest, Nneka Ogwumike that's going in the Hall of Fame, and Brittany Sykes, was there, and Gabby Williams came from France with her teammate, and Erica Wheeler, all of them disbanded. That's kind of hard for a youngin' man to go through. I'm going to just be honest with y'all. That's kind of like a hard thing for any youngin to go through with that type of, you know what I mean? I know she can handle it, but I'm just saying, I don't know. Anyway, the most intriguing for the tempo, the most intriguing additions: Brittany Sykes, Marina Mabry, Kiki Rice, and Tammy Bay Fantley. It says this is almost certainly going to be a guard-dominated team with players such as Sykes, Mabry, and Canada native Kia Nurse. The tempo are likely to lack confidence and swagger. That's a good thing for the franchise trying to establish itself to become a team candidate for the WNBA. That's a good thing for the franchise trying to establish itself and becoming the team candidate. It says number 6 draft pick Rice should get some key playing time at point guard. How this group performs in 2026 will help set the stage for how appealing the tempo are to free agents in 2027, which also can be said for Portland. The Portland Fire, Bridget Carlton, and the way to push. Technically, everyone on the tempo and the Fire rosters is picked because neither team had any players until the expansion draft and April 3rd. Now we're eager to see how Carlton responds to the role of a foundational player and a new franchise after all the experience she gained in Minnesota. Pooch is 6'3", post from Australia. We've been waiting to watch in the WNBA since she's been drafted in the first round by Atlanta in 2024. Her nickname in Australia apparently is the Block Doctor. Let's see if that sticks in Portland. I don't know. So they got Portland Fire as the last team on the roster. Toronto Tempo as the 14th team. Seattle Storm as the 13th team. Washington Mystic is at 12 again. Of course, what's going on? AC Chi-Town Calvin in the building. The Minnesota Lynx. This is the first time that I've ever seen Minnesota. Man, in a long time. They number 11. Yeah, oh man, yeah. Just chat. So to go over the rankings again. Las Vegas Aces number 1, New York Liberty number 2, Atlanta Dream is picked to be number 3. Indiana Fever is number 4. Number 5 is Phoenix Mercury. I think that they're too high. I think Phoenix Mercury still a little bit too high. Los Angeles Sparks, number 6. That surprised me that they got the Sparks as number 6. That surprised me, Chad. The Sparks is number 6. Golden State, number 7. The Connecticut Suns, number 8. That also surprised me. But I don't think they're going to be number 8. Dallas Wings, number 9. Chicago Sky, number 10. Minnesota Lynx, number 11. Washington Mystics, number 12. Seattle Storm, number 13. Number 14, Toronto Tempo. And Portland Fire, number 15. So those are all of the teams that we got to see, you know, that's coming. It's going to be a litty season, y'all. This season going to be litty. But I had to read that thing off of what they was doing with Caitlin Clark. Y'all, listen, Caitlin Clark going to be seen on national TV. They're going to get what they want. They're going to be able to see Caitlin Clark on all 44 games. They're going to be able to see Caitlin play. They got what they want. So, you know what I mean? Kathy Engelbert is bought in, and that's what she wants to happen. And that's how it's going to go down. You know what I mean? That's just how, hey, Saturday, the season starts. The preseason starts. Saturday, Indiana at 2 o'clock against New York. I will not be covering that game. Nigeria against the LA Sparks, and Chicago and Phoenix play at 3 o'clock. Minnesota and Washington plays at 6, and then Golden State, Valkyries, and Seattle Storm play at 7:30. That's the premier games when the preseason starts. So the Chicago Sky will be getting some airtime at 3 o'clock. Indiana and New York is the top game. They play the early game at 2. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what's going on. We'll see how it all turns out. But I know that this year, I can't wait to see the season take off and see what goes on and what teams to cover. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to be over there on the Players Club covering games, and you know what I mean? We're going to be having Atlanta Dream, of course, is going to be the premier team on the Players Club. You're going to be able to see those games. And then, of course, on other games that's not covered, we're going to cover the top teams that they said they selected to be the most watched. Okay? So that's what we going to do. All right? We going to take the politics out of it, because they told me that on this chart, they said that these teams are going to be the most entertaining teams in the W. Let me see. I don't know. I think y'all seen that chart. The most entertaining teams in the W. Hold on a second. Let me get that. Yeah, it was a chart where yeah, it's a chart. I can't find a chart, but it's a chart where they got the most entertaining teams to watch this season. And you know, I just can't wait. I really just can't wait to watch good basketball, y'all. You know, hands down out of all of this, you know what I mean? It's always going to be discrepancies. It's always going to be teams going to have, you know, they thing that they, you know what I mean? Teams going to have this discrepancies. You know what I mean? Teams going to be, because, of course, all of them was against the CBA. So, like Rickea Jackson said, some teams are better than the others, or some teams can have it better than the others, but most of them are. So these are the top teams to watch. The Atlanta Dream is number 1. We will be covering on the Players Club. The Chicago Sky is the most entertaining team after the Atlanta Dream. Keisha them will be hate watching. I will be watching. The Aces will be the 3rd team, the most watched. New York Liberty, the 4th team. Dallas will be the 5th team that be a most watched list. And then, of course, the LA Sparks is picked at number 6. These are the most, they said, going to be the most entertaining teams to watch. All 6 of these teams, they said that all 6 of these teams are the teams that everybody want to see, with the Indiana Fever, of course. The Indiana Fever going to be the number 1 team. So these are the teams after, you know what I mean, that they said it's going to be exciting. So we already got it in play that Indiana Fever is number 1. I don't want nobody to get, You know what I mean? I don't want nobody to get their panties in a bunch. We already see the headline. See the headline? Indiana Fever gets 44 all. So outside of the Indiana Fever, so that the panties won't be getting twisted, these are the teams to watch. They said Indiana #1 team to watch, y'all. I mean, that's what they said. Kathy Engelberg. Listen, y'all. Y'all can get mad about it, but Kathy Engelberg said that the Indiana Fever is what everybody want to watch. So the 44 games are invested on TV for the Indiana Fever. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Everybody, I mean, you get mad about it, but that's Kathy Engelberg said it. I ain't say the shit. I'm just telling you what. I'm just saying what they said. You know what I mean? They said that America. They said that America wants to watch the Indiana Fever. So that's what they got in the broadcast. You know what I mean? I didn't say it. So don't get mad at me. I'm just replying to let me see. I'm trying to bring it up for you guys to see. I was trying to get that call chart of where you can see the Indiana Fever games. Okay. So the call chart is going to be ABC, USA, Ion, Peacock, Prime Video, CBS, ESPN, NBC, NBA TV, and CBS. So all the top ABC, CBS, and NBC, USA, Peacock, Prime Video, Ion, ESPN, and NBA television. So those are the places where the Fever is going to be able to have broadcast. All 44 games was picked up by all of these different networks because they wanted to have the chance to have the chance and privilege to show the Indiana Fever on their network. So, you know, you can't argue with me, argue with them. Don't argue with me. So the #1 most watched team this year will be the Indiana Fever. The #2 team most watched will be Atlanta Dream. The #3 team, they said, will be the Chicago Sky. So it ain't got nothing to do with me. The chart: 4 games on ABC, 9 games on the USA, 6 games on ESPN, 2 games on NBC, 8 games are going to be on Amazon Prime Video, 7 games are going to be on Ion, 4 games are going to be on CBS, 3 games are going to be on Peacock, and 1 game going to be on NBA TV. So this is what it is. You know what I mean? This is that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. The team, it's gonna be good basketball. I got my baby over there, you know what I'm saying? My baby over there. So I do want to see Raven. I do want to see Aaliyah. I do want to see how that looks. You know what I'm saying? I do want to see how that's going to be. And, you know, I ain't got no problem with it. I ain't got no problem. I ain't got no problem with it. You know what I mean? I don't have no problem with it. None of that. So this is what it is. What he saying? Face it. That small market confirmed team has captured America's heart. The fever is the team that people are turning up for. The math is undeniable. Not really, but if you say so. Not really, but if you say so, cool. I mean, hey man, I'm over here with my little raggedy ass team. We trying to get out. We didn't gave Angel Reese up. I'm trying to get my mind right. We got Rikia Jackson though. I do know we got. I mean, I don't know why we couldn't keep Angel Reese and keep Rikia Jackson. It could have still gave. You could have still gave Area Atkins up, man. We would have had SKYLARDIGGINSSMITH, Dejanay Carey, Rikia Jackson, Angel Reese. Oh my God. Anyway, man, that would have been a hell of a team. Would have been a hell of a team, G. Anyway, y'all, I appreciate everybody that came in because we got to talk about basketball. Finally, and no drama. We got to talk about basketball, y'all. I talked about a little drama. I talked about a little drama. Say it's okay. ADP, I love you so much, ADP. She said it's okay, Gummy. ADP, I meant to come to your channel yesterday. I was hurting too bad. I had to take me some painkillers, y'all. I was hurting bad yesterday, and then I came on last night. So some of y'all that's members, if you're not members, last night, I left it all on the table last night. That's why I ain't talking about it today. So if y'all want to check me out last night or what I did last night in the in the crash out room, you have to be a member, become a member. You can go right to the crash out room. I mean, I act a fool. I was a plum fool last night. It was a good show. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of people come in and a lot of people, you know, join the channel last night. A lot of people joined the channel to come and see the show last night. Check me out last, you know what I mean? It was crazy, y'all. Last night was crazy. So go check that show out. Y'all get it on it says, Bro Claude, will you watch let me see. Bro Claude, will you watch the NFL draft tonight? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I might cover the I might just go on and cover it tonight. Yes, sir. I'm probably gonna cover the draft tonight, y'all. It's 3 days, so I'm gonna cover tonight on the first picks. So I'm gonna cover the NFL draft. Y'all gonna see me. We gonna probably do it on the Players Club. But if not, we ain't doing it on Players Club. I will cover it tonight on this channel. So let me check it out. I'm gonna call the boss and see how that's gonna go. Most of all, you guys, we gonna we gonna get back to you tomorrow morning or tonight. I'm on tonight. I see y'all tonight, and I appreciate y'all, and I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all coming through and supporting what I'm doing after these messages. Hey everybody, my name is Bro Claude, and I'm here to tell you about the best whipped organic shea butter on planet Earth. It just so happens to be my brand, Bread House Butters. It sheens, shine, heal, treats, moisturize, condition your skin. Not only is this the best shea butter for you, but it heals good, smells good, and feels good. It is the best moisturizer that you can use. It clears up any scars, scrapes, stretch marks, blemishes, rashes, bruises, eczema, psoriasis, and most intensified dryness of skins. You can put this on your face, your hair, and your body, and I'm telling you, this is the best product that you can use in America because, of course, we make ours and crafted, handcrafted in our own kitchen. So I'm asking for you guys to support the #1 product that you're going to ever be able to put on your body, Bread House Butters brand. And guess what? You can go to breadhousebutters.com. I said breadhousebutters.com and put your order in now. Thank you. And I appreciate everyone who supports. Listen, y'all. Check me out later on. We probably be covering the doggone NFL draft tonight. Like I said, everybody calm down. We gonna get through this season without drama. We gonna get through it without drama getting in the way. It's gonna be drama. But without drama getting in the way, we're going to talk about basketball here. And I love y'all. It says, I appreciate you, Bro Claude. I'm going to go back to the back play and beginning and what? Oh, yeah. Yes, ma'am. I talked about Caitlin Clark. I was just giving everybody the information where they did it on Fox editorial. Fox did an editorial about Angel Reese and Dejanay Carrington and Kennedy Carter, and how they should be appreciative. You know how they do they you know what I mean, white tea glorification. They did that. I went into that article that they published today. It says Miss D is going to draft too. We can all do it together. Okay, I get with Keisha though. I get with Keisha on the Players Club to see what she gonna do. Definitely. You already know I don't got no problem being with you, brother. I just gotta call the boss, and then you know I don't be making them decisions. I appreciate it so much. Hey. Shout out to my main man, Big Dog Sports. Y'all go over there and subscribe to my brother, man. Y'all go over there and check him out. You know what I'm saying? It says feel better as well. Yeah, I feel a lot better than I did in the last couple of days though, T. Camilla. I appreciate you and I love y'all. You know, I'm just out here, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I just, you know, want to be here. I want to live, y'all. So go get yourselves checked out. You know, I had a surgery that I didn't even know that I had to have surgery for. You know, they was like, oh shit, you know what I mean? And then they went right away and they did the surgery. So, you know, I know I'm a little limped over right now, but I'm, you know what I mean? That's because I'm a little, you know what I mean, a little sensitive. But most definitely, I appreciate everybody in the prayers and everything to have a speedy recovery. I'm here to cover business because I love basketball and I love y'all. And I just want to be here around y'all because this helps me. It soothes me. I want to be, you know what I mean? I want to talk about the subjects and then get my take. All right. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And I'm grateful and I'm thankful, y'all. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for what you will do. And thank you for what you have done. Keep the main thing in the comments, y'all. Please don't go crazy on each other in the comments. And also like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notifications every time I drop a hot banger. And as always, I leave as I came with another banger. Appreciate y'all and love y'all so much. Y'all been here supportive of me. Shout out to my chat. I love y'all.
Chicago. Dear foreigner, welcome to my city. See the bright lights, skyscrapers looking pretty. Perfect skyline, postcard from my city, and we still on the rise, more construction keeping busy. Always bear down on your blue in the windy. Can't forget the Bulls, red and black run the city. Chicago, fire in the sky, Wnba. White Sox and the Cubs up in Wrigley. Got a couple rings like I play for the Blackhawks. Always on the ground when my feet hit the asphalt. Dedication, hard work, and preparation. Never giving up to reach the goals I've been chasing. When it goes down, I'ma be the main attraction. Better stand back when the cameras start to flashing. Countdown, buzzer beater, how the game go. Crowd goes wild, cause you know who they came for. Michael Jordan, D-Wade when I'm scoring. Great Walter Payton, John Taves when I'm enforcing.